Okay, thank you for your patience. We are going to start in about 2 minutes. We are lining up on the ramp right now. Logistics for after. Our seniors are going to walk out the door and they're going to immediately go up the stairs. So you exit through here and go up the escalator. They will meet you upstairs. They're going to receive their diploma and then they're going to meet you outside. Hopefully they told you where to meet. Enjoy the ceremony, and you worked hard, so thank you.
Rise for the national anthem, followed by our student creed.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
Good evening. I'm Chanel White, and I'm the Student Council Senior Representative. Please remain standing for our student creed. I represent the values of Wake STEM. I respect the community, people, and places around me. I embrace diversity and different perspectives. I come to school with optimism and an eagerness to learn. I acknowledge my mistakes and take pride in my accomplishments. I advocate for myself and others. I believe in my school and our staff. I believe in my classmates, and I believe in myself. Thank you. Now here is a warm welcome to our lovely president, Principal Dr. Dwyer.
You may be seated, and I'll take that promotion, so yes. Good morning, and welcome to the Wake STEM family. Esteemed guests, family members, business partners, and most importantly, our students, the graduating class of 2024. I would like to take this moment to introduce our guest, who will please stand when your name is called, and I ask that the audience please hold your applause until they have all been introduced. Here with us today we have Superintendent of Wake County Public School System, Dr. Robert Taylor. We have from the Wake County Public School System Board of Education, Board Chair, Chris Haggerty. We have Board Vice Chair, Monica Johnston-Hostler. We have a Board Member, Lynn Edmonds, and Board Member, Cheryl Caulfield, and is Toshiba Rice, Board Member Toshiba Rice will be with us shortly. We have special guests from the greater community. We have from the town of Morrisville, Mayor T.J. Cawley. From the superintendent's leadership team, we have Dr. Clint Robinson, Chief of Staff and Strategic Planning. We have James Overman, Southeastern Area Superintendent. And we have Glenn Carroza, Assistant Superintendent for School Choice Planning and Assignment. And from Wake STEM's Business Advisory Board, we have Glenn Wakefield from Jacobs Engineering. Let's please give these guests a big round of applause. Thank you so much for your time, taking your time today and coming and join us. It means a lot. Next on my list of announcements is a huge celebration. As of right now, our graduates have collectively received $1,628,144 in scholarships. Let's give them a big round of applause. Absolutely incredible. So today is one of those special days. It is a day where you stand at the nexus between your life as a child and your life as an adult. It is a day filled with celebration, but not merely for the culmination of years of hard work and dedication. Today we are also celebrating possibility. The possibility inherent in each and every one of you. The possibility that is only limited by your own imagination. So in thinking about these possibilities, limits, and imagination, what came to mind, of course, out of a myriad of different topics that I could talk about with you today, was my favorite subject and your favorite subject, math. Now here in my notes it says, wait for an audible groan. I got a little laughter out there, but that is one of the many, many things that I love about working with our students here at STEM. Our students either love math so much they don't grumble at its very mention, even if it's during their graduation, or they are polite enough to let me bumble my way through this speech, or possibly, and most likely, they are both incredibly polite and love math. As a principal, you could not ask for a better student body. But to get back on topic, I specifically wanted to talk about a very special number in math, the number I. Now, all of our graduating students know what I is, but for any lay people in the audience, I is an imaginary number that is the result of the square root of -1. Now, why is it that I is an imaginary number, you might ask? Well, it's an imaginary number because there is no real number that has a negative square. As we all learned in elementary school, if you multiply two negatives, it equals a positive. So if you take the square root of a negative number, the result should not exist. But they do exist, and mathematicians have labeled this imaginary number as I. So you might be asking yourself, why is he talking about imaginary numbers? Well, it turns out that we need them to make the real world work. For years, scientists have used imaginary numbers as a mathematical convenience, basically making the math easier. But with a field like quantum mechanics, it certainly appears from the latest research that imaginary numbers are needed for the theory to work. So imaginary numbers not only do seem to exist, but they're needed for the universe as we know it to function. And to me, that's pretty mind-blowing. But as I thought about it more, I realized it shouldn't probably be that big of a surprise. How many things in this world have people imagined, both for good or for bad, that have come to fruition? With mobile phones, universal translators, bionic limbs, artificial intelligence, boba tea. The world around you is filled with limits, signs that say do not enter, boundaries that are invisible but seemingly impermeable. If we are not willing to test those limits, test what is real and what is possible, then we end up limiting ourselves. And that brings us back to possibilities. You are only limited by the breadth of your imagination. So know if you can imagine it, it can be. So to the Wake STEM graduating class of 2024, break through limits, imagine great things, and then go make them happen. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sophia Overdeep, Assistant Principal of Instruction here at Wake STEM. Esteemed faculty, proud parents, and our distinguished guests, as we gather here today to celebrate the remarkable achievements of Wake STEM Early College High School's graduating class, I am honored to introduce Hanan Kwakor, an exceptional individual who embodies the spirit of excellence, leadership, and service. Hanan's journey at Wake STEM has been nothing short of extraordinary, with a stellar GPA of 4.29. Hanan has consistently excelled academically, earning her place on the AB honor roll and distinguishing herself as a standout scholar. However, Hanan's contributions extend far beyond the classroom. As president of the Muslim Student Association, she has demonstrated exemplary leadership. She collaborates with her fellow leaders to set the organization's visions and goals and fosters a sense of community and belonging among the Muslim students. Hanan's commitment to service is evidenced by her involvement in organizations such as the STEM-E Youth Career Development Program and YASSER, where she has dedicated her time and talents to supporting and empowering others. Whether designing STEM-related activities for youth participants or organizing fundraisers for the community, Hanan's passion for making a difference is truly inspiring. In addition to her academic and extracurricular achievements, Hanan has gained valuable professional experience through her internship at United Health Group, where she has honed her data analytics and web development skills. But perhaps most importantly, Hanan's journey at Wake STEM has been guided by her unwavering commitment to service and dedication to positively impact the world around her. As she prepares to embark on the next chapter of her journey at NC State, I do not doubt that Hanan will continue to shine brightly as a leader, scholar, and change agent. Please join me in congratulating Hanan Kapoor, our distinguished student speaker on today's graduation ceremony. May her words inspire us all to reach for the stars and make a difference in the world. Thank you.
Good evening, honored guests, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. Today, we stand on the brink of a new horizon, posed between the chapters of our lives that have been written and those yet to unfold. As we gather here to celebrate our graduation, we do so with a sense of accomplishment, gratitude, and anticipation for the future. Our journey through high school has been nothing short of remarkable. We have survived many grade lower projects, group projects with college students, chemistry, MA 141, MA 114, Dr. Butterfly, AP Biology tests and labs, and HUSH and APUSH quizzes. So good job to you guys. I remember when I first found out I got accepted into the school during my 8th grade year, I was not thrilled. I wasn't interested in having a career in the STEM field, and I didn't know anyone planning to attend here. But my parents, on the other hand, told me to try out for 1 year, and if I didn't like it, I could transfer. So I decided to give it a go. I didn't believe I belonged in STEM. Python was a pain, the clubs were lame, we were online over Zoom, plus the coursework was very, very overwhelming. But for some reason, I decided to stay here. As time went on, I discovered passions I never knew I had. I found a supportive community among both peers and faculty who encouraged me every step of the way. Challenges that once seemed impossible became opportunities to grow and learn about myself. Staying here was not an easy choice, but it was the right one. STEM prepared us academically and taught us the crucial skill of adapting to the unexpected, something more relevant now than ever. Taking classes with college students without being in college offered us a new perspective on how we should prepare ourselves, because college is not like high school. We had to restructure our entire way of studying and learning, because our grades only depended on 3 exams, and if you failed one of them, it was pretty much over. However, now, because of STEM, I can say I'm ready for NC State next year. Go Pack. STEM didn't expect us to know how to build a computer from scratch. They expected us to ask, imagine, plan, create, and most importantly, improve as much as needed. They didn't criticize us when things didn't work out. Because of this, they built a community of hard workers and tomorrow's problem solvers. We built devices that tackle different problems in the health world, created solutions for many countries to prevent nuclear proliferation, and we discussed the bioethics of human engineering. We wouldn't be the same students if we hadn't attended here. Because of that, we can take on any challenge. Yet as we look beyond our immediate surroundings, we find inspiration of stories of people struggling and facing unimaginable challenges within this world. Despite that, their spirits remain unbroken. They remind us of the power of hope and the strength found in unity. Let their resilience remind us to never give up in the face of adversity. Let their courage inspire us to pursue our dreams with tenacity and conviction. And let their sense of community guide us to uplift those around us, understanding that together we can overcome any challenge and achieve greatness. And let that inspiration fuel our passion to make the world a better place. Congratulations, class of 2024, on this amazing achievement.
I'm honored to introduce our next student speaker for this evening, Francisco Lopez Arriaga. Francisco has been an outstanding presence in our school community, participating in various activities that showcase his diverse talents and commitment to excellence. Within the school, Francisco has excelled in the debate club, showcased his creative talents as a graphic designer, and played a key role in the production of our talent show. Outside of school, Francisco has gained valuable experience in food science research, demonstrated discipline as a Brawlhalla esports competitor, and honed his skills through freelance work as a construction hand and a painter. Francisco's commitment to community service is equally noteworthy. He has volunteered at the Marbles Kids Museum and served as a freelance diet coach and fitness trainer, helping those around him with their nutrition and fitness goals. As a first-generation high school student with a passion for helping others, Francisco has gone above and beyond to set himself apart from his peers. Showing resilience and determination, despite personal and academic challenges. Looking ahead, Francisco aims to make a positive impact in the world, whether as a nutritionist, a pediatrician fighting childhood obesity, or through creating content that brings joy and knowledge to others. Please join me in welcoming our graduation student speaker, Francisco Lopez Arriaga.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for choosing me to be your speaker. Shout outs to 13 of you. I'm going to try my best to represent the 13th grade and get a message across to my peers that I believe is very important to learn. I spent a lot of my time playing my favorite video game, Brawlhalla, after I was introduced to it by David John. During my sophomore year, I got really good at the game. It was the only way I could really get myself out of my bed and onto my desk. And I noticed a very large issue as I got very good, is that I would tell myself that I wasn't trying every time I lost a match. And I couldn't improve because I was deathly afraid of trying as hard as I could and losing anyways. Similarly to you all, when I was enrolled in Wake STEM, I was suddenly thrust into an environment where we had to try for the first time. We needed to learn proper studying habits, how to work in teams well, and generally how to put in effort and try. I was one of the students on our grade level that didn't take advantage of the situation. I felt like I needed to protect my ego at any cost, which led to stunted growth. This past semester, I realized this problem and began working on it. I began studying for every exam, discussing with my peers where I was struggling, helping my peers with classwork after classes, staying for hours after every chemistry class period, and I did everything that I possibly could to try to make myself perform better as a student. I gave it my all every single class period and for long, long periods of hours after class, and it all went well in most of my classes, but my goal was to try to get an A in organic chemistry. I made that my main goal outside of social goals or academic goals or my hobbies. And I dedicated almost everything to that one class. I was doing very well at the start because I was putting in so much effort, and I had an A in the class up until the final exam, which was my entire semester's goal. And it hurt really bad getting a 60% on that final, but it taught me what it felt like to truly fail, to put in as much effort as I possibly could and fail anyways. And I know in the deepest parts of my soul that I, Francisco Lopez Arriaga, could not have possibly done better on that final. When I lose a ranked game in Brawlhalla, I know that I lost because I'm simply not good enough right now. When I don't get the grade I want in an exam, I also know that I lost because I didn't know the material well enough. It feels as though I wasn't good enough because I wasn't. I have no excuse. It's unfortunate, but it has to be that way. Being told our entire lives that we're meant for something greater just because math and reading come easy to us, it can be challenging to face true failure. I have to learn to be comfortable with not being good enough because we're never going to be good enough. We're never going to be able to solve every problem and find success solely through talent and never experience failure. It's just not how the human experience goes, and the school is designed to teach us that. This isn't a lesson that we would have learned had we not been given this opportunity. Wake STEM was specifically designed to force us to grow and to enable effort. We're going to fail, and we're going to succeed. I wish that for you all. I wish for you to fail, but to fail while trying as hard as you possibly can. And I wish for you all to succeed, but to succeed while trying as hard as you possibly can. Thank you, parents and family, for coming to see your student take a massive step in their lives. When you first brought your student to this school, I know listening was kind of scary because everyone was telling you that this is the first time your student's going to experience really, really hard challenge. And you had alumni coming and telling you how insanely challenging it was going to be. And I want to remind you all of this because it is true. This is graduating from Wake STEM, every single one of these people has taken a major accomplishment under their belts. And I want you all to remember that as you take pictures with your students after this. And I want you to be proud of them because they deserve it. I'm incredibly proud of my peers for going through with this and keeping me company on this journey. Thank you all so much for your time.
Excellent. As we prepare to present the diplomas, we ask you to respect the dignity of this ceremony. Our seniors have worked extremely hard to reach this milestone. Each senior and his or her respective family deserve the right to hear the student's name as it is called. We share your excitement and also excited and happy for your family. Still, please refrain from clapping, yelling, or calling out names during the presentation of diplomas because disruptive noises prevent other families from hearing the names of seniors that follow. We will give you the opportunity to recognize these graduates properly after all names have been called. Let's give our graduates the dignified and special ceremony they and you deserve. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. Now I would like to introduce our Dean of Students, Mr. Ryan Haymore, as he reads the names while we present the diplomas to our graduates.
At this time, I hereby certify to the Wake County Board of Education that the seniors seated before us have met all state and local graduation requirements. We will now begin the presentation of diplomas to the class of 2024. Sufyan Abdul Latif. Juan Carlos Anorve Angel. Cameron Alexander Bennett. Richard John Bissett. Daisy Campos Lopez. Catherine Itzel Castro Villalon. Maggie Chen. Jonathan Eduardo Calendris. Jacob David Colson. Julia Lamont Cox. Jam Crossett. Luke Daniel Dickerson. Denvalyn Nevea Faust. Owen James Joseph Fennell. Lois Fleischer Rivera. William Evan Frazier. Miguel Silva Gaspar. Foster Nathaniel Gilmore. Snehit Prakash Goganani. Anna Rose Grubbs. William Isaac Haga. May Hawley. Isaac Nathaniel Hedges. Jacob Ahmad Hodge. David George John. Victor Justin Kaminsky. Cole Randall Copon. Riley Alexis Lloyd. Francisco Lopez Arriaga. Ray Mahoney. Emily Natalia Maldonado Gomez. Aiden Lauren Marks. Perla Mattis. Nolan Ellis McInnes. Stephen Wong Nguyen. Kevin Gia Fan. Hanan Rashid Karkour. Calvin Nicholas Wrights. Ritika Chandana River. Chirag Sridhara. Savoy Johanna Sumter. Maddie Walker. Austin Robert Warren. Journey Chanel Warren. Troy Robert Warren. Genesis Trayon White. Chanel Marthea Lynn White. Kayla Lauren Williams. Chloe Katerina Zeb. Families and guests, at this time, let us recognize the students for all their hard work with a big round of applause.
Graduates, please stand. And at this time, I would like to invite our graduate speakers to the center of the stage to lead us in turning the tassels. By the authority vested in me by the state of North Carolina and the Wake County Board of Education, I pronounce you graduates of Wake STEM Early College High School, class of 2024, turn your tassels.